So despite previous rumors suggesting that RedFall would be using Unreal Engine 5, looks like that's not really the case, as this game has been built on Unreal Engine 4. Let's look into this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So a couple of weeks ago I reported that RedFall could be using Unreal Engine 5, but looks like that's not really the case. Developers did confirm that this game has been built on Unreal Engine 4. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing because as you can see, this game actually looks really good, but obviously we cannot really call it a proper next-gen game, that's for sure. It's still going to be a this generation only game, right? So that's the thing, right? It's not going to be available on Xbox One and Xbox One X. It's Xbox Series and PC only game. But when it comes to the core technology that it's using, it's still last generation technology. Now it's a top-notch last generation technology because, like I said, the game looks really good, but hey, still. Okay, so this information is a courtesy of gamingbolt.com. They had an interview with RedFall creative director Harvey Smith, and where he revealed why the upcoming shooter will be running on Unreal Engine 4 rather than the more recent and feature-packed Unreal Engine 5. So speaking with actually WCCF Tech, so that's the original source of information, Smith explained that the release of Unreal Engine 5 didn't align well with the development of RedFall, essentially coming out in the middle of the game's development cycle. Halfway through the project, Epic came up with Unreal Engine 5, but the game is based on Unreal Engine 4.26, said Smith. If we had more time, we would have probably gone with Unreal Engine 5, but it was a lot of work just upgrading to 4.26. Game development is often quite challenging, and while Epic Games tried its best to make the transition from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5 as easy as possible for developers, the decision to change the engines in the middle of development still takes quite a bit of time and effort. So yeah, obviously this is a bit of a sad news really, because Unreal Engine 5 wouldn't necessarily make the game better in terms of gameplay and core mechanics and fun aspect of the game, obviously, but it sure would look better, right? But hey, it looks like they didn't really want to delay the game anymore, and they did delay this game anyway. It's clear as sky now that COVID actually did affect development of many games big time, because some of these developers actually lost like a year, sometimes even more development time. Some of these developers even 2 years. If without COVID, more developers would probably decide to shift to Unreal Engine 5. As per his comments, the shift to Unreal Engine 5 was possible, but would be time consuming, and they just didn't really want to delay this game anymore. And this is the case with many games. The games actually that are launching this year, I guess it all depends when development started and stuff, but even Respawn's Entertainment Star Wars Jedi Survivor, it's an Unreal Engine 4 game too, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a bad game. It's not really going to be a true next-gen game. When we talk about proper next-gen game, we think Stalker 2, which will be Unreal Engine 5 based. We think of Hellblade 2, for example, Forza Motorsport. it's without number. I wanted to say Forza Motorsport 8, but it's not 8 really. But as you can see, there's the game still looks great, right? It's not a proper next gen game, but it's a big AAA game from Arcane Studios, and all the graphics, effects, and everything. Like, it's going to be an open world game too. And by the way, like, thinking about it right now, and this is just me thinking out loud, actually moving that game to Unreal Engine 5 would probably benefit that game big time. When it comes to technology, of course, because Unreal Engine 5 is much better in handling open worlds. Unreal Engine 4 has not been actually built for that task per se. Like, it handles open worlds. I guess it all depends on how big of an open world this game is going to be. It's just an island, so I can't really comment on that. But yeah, guys, like, but still, the fact that this game is using Unreal Engine 4 doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad looking game. It's a very good looking game in my opinion. And at the end of the day, it's more about how much fun you've got playing the game. But hey, it is what it is. Like, it's been like over 2 years now, and not many games are taking full advantage of these consoles. Even PC technology, right? And Unreal Engine 5 will actually change that big time. But hopefully, closer to end of this year, we will actually start seeing more and more games using Unreal Engine 5. I mean, some of these games have already been announced. For example, that Lords of the Fallen, that's Unreal Engine 5 game. And, look at that game. And we're talking about like, not necessarily the biggest studio, because it's Deck 13, I think, is building this game. So they are somewhere in the middle, like between AA, AAA kind of studio. And Lord of the Fallen, that just looks amazing, right? And that's Unreal Engine 5. So yes, Redfall would look better probably with use of Unreal Engine 5, but it is what it is. Like, I guess sometimes it's better to stick to old engine and deliver the game on time. And by the way, this game was supposed to launch last year anyway, so that wasn't necessarily like a proper next gen game anyway. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't actually wait to play this game. Redfall is actually getting a very good reviews, and that's actually a good thing. Looks like developers are actually working on getting rid of the always online thing for the campaign, so that would actually be a good thing. So hopefully they deliver. So anyway, that's the video. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for support. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.